All right, so I tried measuring these ferrite beads on my LCR meter, but it only goes up to 10 megahertz, so we want to go up to 100 megahertz. So now, a lot of times, the viewer comments are always, every solution to every measurement is, put it on the VNA, put it on the VNA. Anyway, so let's put it on the VNA. So I've made a couple little test boards here. I'll show you some close-ups. But these are two different versions, 1 and 2. Let me draw a picture. All right, let's use my cool template here. Okay, so we're going to have a connector. So we'll put in the connector, and the connector is going to go to a resistor and a ground. All right, so in one case we're going to have this. Okay, our connector is going to be grounded also, right? It's a coax, and so we're going to have a 50 ohm resistor. So this will kind of be that is nope. Let's see, it is this one here. That will be kind of our make sure everything is okay. A lot of times if you have a bunch of stray capacitance or resistance or some kind of oddity and stuff, you might need to use this as a calibration standard to get rid of some of the other things. Otherwise it's going to look like a 50 ohm load if I've built it good. The frequencies aren't very high. And then we're going to build a different one. Okay, that's number one. Number two is going to look something like this. Let's see, number two is going to look something like this. And all right, so it will have, maybe this isn't, this isn't worth the trouble. Anyway, it'll have something like this, okay? And again, this will be grounded. This will also be 50 ohms. What will this thing be? This will be a bead, a ferrite bead, okay? Now, the bead's going to start off at low frequencies looking just like a short, looking like 0 ohms, okay? And so it should measure exactly like this one. And then as we increase the frequency, the bead will start to increase in resistance. And it will start being something bigger than 50 ohms. It will start adding some impedance to the system, and it will get bigger than 50 ohms. So let's go take a look at it on the VNA. All right, let's go ahead and put in our 50 ohm version. And we're sweeping between 0 and 200 megahertz. And I put in a 50 ohm load, and you can see that it's pretty good. It's starting to be maybe a little funny over there. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Smith chart, and you can see it's basically right in the center there. It's a little bit off. Let's recal the VNA. I just turned it on, so it might be in the process of warming up. So let me find my cal standard. Let's see here, we'll do cal. This, 1 port cal, put in the open. Put in the short. Put in the load. Okay, and we're calibrating at the end of the cable, right where our DUT's going to be. Device under test. And you can see that we are now a very little tiny point there with our calibration standard. And then let's put in my homemade 50 ohms on our little test board here. Let's see how he does. And you can see, yeah, it's just tiny, tiny little dot there in the middle. So everything is right at 50 ohms. Now let's put in our series bead plus 50 ohms. And yeah, there you go. So we're starting to get some impedance in the system. So it's in the upper half. And we can enable the marker, and we can come over here to 50 ohms, and everything looks perfect. And then as we increase in frequency, let's go up to, say, 50 megahertz, okay? Let's go up to 50 megahertz. Here's 50 megahertz, and we've introduced quite a bit of, inductance, 125 nanohenries of inductance. And we're up here around 63 now ohms for the system. So we've got 50 ohms plus an extra 14 ohms up there. And then if I go all the way, we're up here to 125 ohms. So yeah, there you go. So if we take a look at this on a mag log scale, we can see that it's starting out, so lower is better, okay? It means that you're not reflecting anything. If it comes up here to 0, here's 0. If it comes up there to 0, it means 100% is being reflected back. And if we go here to our marker again, minus 20 dB of reflection is awfully good. That's a lot like a SWR of 1.2, okay? If you're up here, oops, marker. You're up here at SWR of 1.4, you are at minus 15 dB of return loss. And if we allow it to go all the way as bad as minus 10, which is pretty bad return loss, right here is about minus 10, that's also an SWR around 2 to 1, okay? And so it's getting bad there. So where is an SWR of 2 to 1 happening? Right at about 46 megahertz. So that means that the ferrite bead is starting to do a pretty good job starting at 50 megahertz. And it just gets better past that. So that's our measurement. Let's go back to log mag. All right, so here you see that basically we're at about 50 marker. Let's go right exactly to 50 megahertz. Right here at 50 megahertz and above, it's basically flat. So it's basically working as an attenuator or a resistor, anything above 50 megahertz. So yeah, there you go.